Now, if you've seen any of my videos before, you know I love a quick and easy keto meal. And if you're new here and you don't know, hey, I love a quick and easy keto meal. One of my favorite are tortilla foldovers. If you haven't seen the other videos, you may be like, what in the world is a keto tortilla foldover? Well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you 4 different ways to make them that I haven't talked about before. And all of these can be ready in less than 15 minutes. Maybe 10 if you're real good. So let's talk keto tortilla foldovers right after this. Hey, I want to get right into these recipes, so let's go into the kitchen and I'm going to show you what you need to put together this first tortilla foldover.
Now, this disclaimer, any of the hands in this video that have nails painted pink, blue, brown, burgundy, gold, silver, beige, or red are not mine. They're my wife's. My nails remain and will always remain unpainted. Don't get it twisted. So now that we have that out of the way, the first foldover we're going to make is a Manwich foldover. So you're going to need my Manwich sauce, and I'll link the recipe for that up above and down in the description where you can make this yourself. It's absolutely delicious, even better than the original. The next thing you're going to need is a pound of ground beef. And you're just going to cook this down, brown it up. Like they say in the old commercial, let's brown some ground beef and have a Manwich night. But let's have a Manwich foldover instead. The next thing you're going to do is take your tortilla, put it in the pan, make sure you got a little avocado oil on there and some down in the pan as well, because we're just going to brown these up. Now, if you didn't see the first keto tortilla foldover video that I did, I'll also leave a link to that so that you can watch it and find out exactly how to do it. And you can watch that if you want to see quite a few more variations on the foldover. It's one of our favorite quick and easy keto meals. Now we'll just take half of that Manwich that we've made and put it on the half like this, and then the whole reason it's called a foldover, we're gonna fold it over. And then just get all the sides as nice and golden brown as you like it, and you're ready to go. This is the first one. If you lose a little bit, don't worry about it. Just tuck it back in. It's gonna be just fine. So if you made some of that Manwich and you got some left over, don't worry about it. Make yourself a nice foldover just like this one.
Oh man, does that look delicious or what? You ready for the second one? Here's what you're gonna need to put it together.
Now the first thing you'll need for this foldover is some Swiss cheese, and just make sure and buy the block of it and just shred it up by hand on a box grater like this. It's so much better. You don't have to worry about it clumping up because it's not going to be stored in a bag. It's going to be put right on a foldover. So just get as much of this as you think you need. I like a nice amount. But we're going to make a sauce out of this here in just a minute. The next thing you're going to need is some deli ham. And I get the thinnest sliced deli ham that I can get. Now I buy this at Aldi, but you can get it at your regular grocery store. Just make sure you get the shaved or almost shaved. You don't want it to be in pieces, but just really, really thin. Now that we've got our cheese shaved and we've already got that ham, let's make our cheese sauce. So just take a regular pot and pile all that delicious Swiss cheese in it. Now we used half a block of that, or 4 ounces, and then we're just going to add in a little bit of heavy cream. And then I'm going to add in some nutmeg. So basically we're making like almost a fondue, if you will. And I like to use this nutmeg that you just kind of crack. It just stays fresher longer that way, and you know, I don't use a ton of nutmeg except around the holidays. So buying it like this, I find keeps it fresher longer. Then just take your whisk and just start mixing that up just a little bit so that you know how much more cream you're going to need to add. So this is just kind of the eyeball technique, and as you whisk it up in there, you'll kind of know exactly how thick you want it to be. I like mine a little bit more on the thin side, as you'll see in just a second, because once you put it on the foldover and start cooking it, it's going to tighten up just a little bit. So I'll go in at this point, once I've got a good consistency, and salt and pepper this, and then we'll see what it looks like.
If you like quick and easy keto meals, make sure you subscribe to my channel down there and hit the bell. And anytime we do quick and easy, you'll know about it.
Oh man, this is looking good. So I'm just going to stir it up, Try to get that cheese all melted down into a sauce. The next thing I'm going to do is take my ham. I'm going to cut it and just chop it up into small pieces. So whatever size pieces you like, but I'll show you what mine look like in just a second after this ninja knife demonstration. This is the size I like mine, and you can just chop yours to whatever you like. So now the key, just like on the other ones, the next thing you want to do is just get these keto tortillas just a little bit brown like that. And I'm going to go on with that cheese sauce. And you can see kind of the consistency I got with that. And then just spread it right on there. Get it all the way over there. And it will tighten up a little bit. But if you like it a little thicker, just don't add as much cream. That's how it looks. And then just go in with all the ham. And we just layer the entire top with ham. I mean, I know it looks thick, but it's going to work just fine. And then, I mean, if you like cheese the way we like cheese, just go right on top of it with some of that cheese sauce. Ooh-wee. It's going to be some good stuff right here. Just wait. And now, it's time to do just what the name says. Fold it over. So here we go. Just take your spatula, cut it right in half like that, and fold it over, press it down, and that cheese will glue it all together like that. Now tell me that thing does not look amazing. And look how easy that is. I mean, you can put this together in 10 minutes or less, as long as you got the ingredients there. That cheese sauce is super easy, and then just take it off, plate it up, and you're ready to go.
I would say this next one is probably my favorite out of all four, but the last one is definitely the easiest, and we absolutely love it too. But check out this one.
Now for this next fold over recipe, you're going to need to chop up an onion. Now we're not dicing it. You want to keep nice long pieces on this for this recipe, just to make sure it turns out the way it's supposed to. So just chop them into nice long pieces like this. It's going to come out delicious. And what we're going to do is just start to saute these things down, get them fully cooked, get some of those sugars out of them, get them nice and super sweet. And these are the Vidalia onions, by the way, or you might find them in your store as sweet onions. So what we'll do is take one of our favorite pans and just fill it with olive oil. Put a good bit of olive oil on the bottom there. And I'm going to show you a trick in just a minute that you should not try at home. Normally I put 2-3 drops of water in there, but this one I went a little bit overboard. Now luckily I've got an electric stove, so not going to make much of a difference there, except I got some cleanup to do. If you got gas, you might end up redecorating your whole kitchen, so just use 2-3 drops, that's all you need. So then put your onions in and just start to cook them down a little bit. I'll always throw some salt in there just to help bring out some of the juices in there as I cook them down. And then I'll go ahead and put my pepper on there too, and that's all the seasonings you're going to need for this part of the onions. Then just let them sit there, get together, start getting happy in that pan, and cooking down. And just give them a nice little stir every once in a while. But do you want those onions to sit there and caramelize? That's going to bring out all those sugars out of it and make them nice and sweet. And it's going to go perfect on this fold over. Now you can let these go a little bit longer if you want to, but this is about the way I like them. And so at this point they're ready, and I'm just going to put them on a plate. Now tell me those things don't look good. They are absolutely delicious. Now that pan's still smoking hot, so let's just go ahead and fill the bottom again with some olive oil. Now we're going to start cooking up some brats. Now these are from Aldi. They're cheese filled, so they got little tiny chunks of cheese in there. I mean, it's going to be absolutely delicious. But just throw them in the pan like that, let them sit. Don't mess with them for a while. We need them to brown all the way around, just the way you like them. You know it's right when you hear it sizzle just like that. And then we're going to check one and just make sure it's browning pretty good right there. This is not how we're going to finish them, but we're just going to flip them all over. Get all the sides as brown as you can before we go on to the next step. And once they're pretty brown all the way around, just put a lid on top. We're just going to let them cook through just for a minute. And that's how they're looking. That liquid is kind of absorbing in and evaporating. And so I figured while that was going on, I'd give you a little light show. How about that? Now these are pretty much brown all the way around. And so the way I like to finish them, maybe a little unconventional. You can keep cooking them in the pan like this if you want to. And just keep adding water in every once in a while, covering it back up until it gets the way you like it. But what I like to do is just take them out, put them on a plate, and we're going to come over to the air fryer to finish them up. And I'm going to use my small air fryer for this because you can fit all 5 of these inside one basket. So I'll just load them all in and it'll be ready to cook up and get right. So now I'm just going to set my air fryer for 390 degrees. We're going to cook these on air fry for 3 minutes. They're going to be perfect. Now slice it open and check out the inside of these beauties. It's got all that delicious cheese in there. They're absolutely awesome. Now it's time to make the fold over. So again, get your tortilla, get it browned up pretty good, flip it over, brown the other side, and then we'll just go on with some of these awesome looking brats. We just cut them in half to make them easier to fold over, and they're absolutely delicious. So once this is browned up, we'll lay some of those brats right on top, and I'm going to show you a couple different ways to finish this. And the first one is just to load it down with some of those delicious sweet onions, and then finish it up with a little Dijon mustard. You can use that Grey Poupon if you're fancy, but this is the Publix kind. And if you're making multiples, just put them on a foil lined tray like this in the oven, 170 degrees. This is my favorite way. Some of my Nana's yellow mustard sauce. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up in the description. And I'll make sure it pops up there in the corner for you. So after I do a good layer of that, I'll load on some onions. And then I'll load on my brats. And then of course it wouldn't be a fold over unless you fold it over. So that's the next step. Fold that bad boy over. If you're making more, put it on the foil lined pan with the other ones. If not, you're all done and you can eat it up right now. And then if you want, just put a couple more of those brats on the side. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. That's always what I do. I like some like that and some like that.
Oh man, I am hungry. So if I need something real fast, this is the foldover I'm going to right here. It's the easiest, comes together the quickest. Check this out.
Now the start to this next foldover is something that y'all really love, my queso. A bunch of you have said that you made it and it was a lot, so I want to show you what to do if you got some left over. And if you haven't made this, I'll link the recipe up above and I'll put it down in the description for you too. But this is a great base for this foldover. Next thing you're going to do is just brown a pound of ground beef. So this is kind of like the Manwich one, but not. A lot of my favorite quick and easy recipes use hamburger meat. I'm going to add a little bit of water to it, and then I'm going to add my taco seasoning mix into it. And I'll show you how to make that in the keto taco video that I did a while back. So again, I'll link it up there and down in the description for you so you can make your own low carb taco seasoning. And I made up a little bit of Mexican rice earlier, and this is just cauliflower rice with a can of Rotel, sprinkled in about a tablespoon of lime juice in there. And these are just some of the things you can serve with it. Sour cream, you can do some lettuce shreds, you can do tomato or tiny tomato like we have here. We just get those and cut them in half. We like a good squeeze of lime on top too. Shred you up a little cheese like this. And we always like to do a little bit of cheddar and a little bit of pepper jack. So if you like a little bit of spiciness, that pepper jack is great with it. So these are just some of the suggestions you can use to top it with. They're all going to be great. If you got any favorites, let me know what they are. Put them down in the comments. And then of course, we got to make these foldovers. So brown these things up one more time. Give them a good flip. And get ready for the cheese. And just sprinkle as little or as much as you like on there. And it makes it super delicious. And you know, I mean, it's cheese. And next we'll just go right on top of that with some of that taco meat. This is super easy. Takes a few minutes to set it up, but it's not that hard. And we just like to kind of put it on one side just so it makes it easier to fold over once you put all the other stuff on. And we'll go ahead and fold it over now, brown it up just a little bit, and then we'll get ready to put whatever toppings you want on there. Just give it a nice press down and get you a nice crisp on the outside of it. It's gonna be delicious. And again, just take it over to the counter, open it back up, put whatever toppings you like on there, and if I missed a topping that you like, let me know what it is so I can make sure and include it next time. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that looks like a proper fold over. Oh man, can't wait to eat it. So let me just fold it over, and oh, you know what? I almost forgot my favorite part. Make sure you layer it down with lots of that beautiful queso dip, and you will absolutely enjoy it. And please let me know when you make one or all of these, and let me know which one's your favorite.
Now, if you haven't seen the other fold over videos, I'm going to put links to them right over there. Check those out if you like quick and easy keto meals. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and sharing all these videos and all your comments. And I'll see you in the next video.